Yo, what's going on? It's your boy PrimeTimePat. Today we're gonna do a video. It's pretty relevant to what's going on in today. In the past couple of years, people are going homeless and don't have places to stay, or they're living in their car. And living in your car, you don't have safe places to park, or whatever the case may be. I came across this video. This guy was giving some interesting places where you can stay, and we're gonna go over it. And let's play it now.
We're going to be talking about 25 places where you can park overnight and sleep in your car safely. All right, let's jump right into the list. Number one is hotel parking lots. Hotel parking lots are a great place to park because there's a lot of people coming and going. There's usually lights. The hotel's right there. Sometimes there's parking lot security. Not usually going to have people breaking into cars and doing things to people in a hotel parking lot. So it's
And he's totally right on that. When I used to work security, at one hotel, and there was always cars coming in there and people sitting in the cars. I don't know what they were doing, but pretty much didn't bother them. And you're not getting there was big rig trucks that was parking there some nights. What else? But yeah, you're not gonna get that much issues parking in a hotel parking lot, especially if they have a garage also, because security is not bugging people because they don't know if those people are with the hotel or not. So yeah, that's a good spot. I didn't think about, but a pretty good spot.
It's a great place if your car is stealthy enough or your vehicle is stealthy enough for you to pull in, bed down for the night. A lot of times hotels also have like bathrooms in the lobbies. In some cases, you can pretend to be a guest, go in and use the bathroom if you need to. I personally have used hotel parking lots, and I think they're a very safe place to park and sleep overnight. Number two, we have emergency room parking lots. Kind of the same deal. A lot of people coming and going all hours of the night. No one will be surprised to see a car parked there overnight. Also, too, with emergency rooms, a lot of times people drop a family member off. They don't want to sit in the hospital. They'll go sit in the car. So a lot of times, even when there's security.
Yeah, like hotels and emergency rooms, both almost the same thing. Only thing is, you do not want to be there if there's not a lot of cars there, because if security's depending if it's a nosy security guard or somebody that's really taking their job serious, they will go and check who's there, or if it seems suspicious that your car is still sitting there 2-3 days later or anything like that.
At the hospitals, they're used to seeing people sit in vehicles. So even if they see you in your car, it might not be that big a deal. They're also well lit, safe areas where you can sleep in your car. Number three is campgrounds. Now, a lot of the places I list are going to be free. Campgrounds is one where, you have to pay typically, but a lot of times they're cheap. $5, $10, $15, $20. But the cool thing about campgrounds is no one can bother you. Once you pay your money, no one can bother you for the night. That is one of the big things when you sleep in your car. You're always worried someone's going to bother you. Also, campgrounds a lot of times has facilities. They got bathrooms. Some have showers.
This is a good spot, but again, you might have to think about your finances. Do I want to be paying $10 a day or night or whatever it may be to be staying in the park grounds? I never been to a park ground or stayed in one of those, so I'm not too sure. But I guess yeah, that's another good spot, even though you have to pay for it.
A lot of them have like fire pits and water and all these other things. So sometimes after a few days of being in your car, just, normally sleeping places, you might want to check into a campground. It's kind of a luxury. Number four would be rest stops. Now, this one is kind of area specific. Some rest stops are these little rinky-dink rest stops, nothing's going on. But then other parts of the country, they have these huge rest stops where it's normal for people to pull in and sleep for hours. Sometimes these rest areas are patrolled. They have security. They typically have bathrooms, vending machines, nice areas you can get out, stretch your legs. So rest areas are a great place to park overnight if you find one that looks like a lot of people are doing that. Number five is the granddaddy of them all, Walmart parking lots. But I do have to say that I think this one is slowly going the way of the dinosaur. Okay, I think more and more Walmarts are putting up no overnight camping signs.
Yeah, in a sense, but I don't think Walmart is open 24/7 like that anymore. I believe some of them are closing around 11, so that's going to be picking and choosing what Walmarts you park at. And yeah, the Walmart parking lot is just iffy, man. With all those type of people that come through there, you just don't know. But I get what he's saying.
Because they've been getting inundated with RVs and people sleeping in vans and people sleeping in cars. And, some Walmarts just don't want to deal with that. So check ahead if you're going somewhere, or, if you're going to be sleeping in your car in the town you live in, check and see if the Walmart allows you to sleep there. Some do. And the ones that do, it's still a great place because Walmart is right there. Lots of people coming and going all hours of the night. If it's a Walmart that allows you to sleep in the parking lot, there will be other people sleeping there. So, there's more safety in numbers. And if you need something, you just get them going to Walmart. They got bathrooms in there. They got everything you can imagine in there. So Walmart parking lots are always a great place to park if you are allowed to park there. Number 6 is another kind of chain, and that's Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrels all over the country. I personally did not know this, but one of the things Cracker Barrel allows is people to park and camp and sleep behind the Cracker Barrel. Mainly it's RVs, but if you find
There you go. I didn't even know that either. So, Cracker Barrel.
a spot, you can probably pull a car in there, a van in there, do the same thing. Number 7, we have industrial parks. Okay, industrial parks are like those business parks where there's a lot of just businesses. After 6, 7 o'clock, nobody's there. They're usually pretty nice maintained areas, plenty of parking spaces, but in the evenings, no one's there. Maybe a couple cars, someone working late. Maybe there's an overnight.
Yeah, with those type of places, again, you just pray that security, if they have security that's overseeing that area, that they don't come and bother you, because they might ask you to leave. All depends.
Night shift, there's a couple cars, and definitely like on the weekends, there's never anybody there. But it's a great place to kind of pull in and sleep. Kind of lonely. Probably won't be a lot of people around, so maybe you won't feel as safe as if you park somewhere where there's a lot of people around, but it's an area where no one's going to bother you. Even if your car is like the only car in the parking lot, people will assume that you're just someone working there overnight or on the weekend. Number 8 is welcome centers. Welcome centers are usually when you cross state lines. Say you go into Arizona, there will be an Arizona state welcome center. And sometimes these are almost like rest stops. This is another one that's location specific. Some places no, but some places have huge welcome centers, and there's bathrooms, and there might be vending machines, and they allow people to park there for long periods of time. Moving on, number 9. This is one I came up with. Haven't seen this on anyone else's list, and that is auto repair or mechanic shops. Now, this is one that if they catch you, they definitely gonna run you up out of there. But I like the fact that no one else is really talking about it. No one's going to expect you to pull into the mechanic shop and sleep. One of the things is there are lots of other cars. There's always lots of other cars at mechanic shops, and the cars come and go. So it's not like...
He's right. Mechanic shops, I was going to say, like those junkyards where there's nothing but messed up cars, or cars that people pull parts from. You might want to park in those places because there's nothing but cars, and they might not notice your car, because as long as you ain't got nothing crazy like no Benz or shit like that. But if you got a regular van or RV or something, they might not recognize it as being something that wasn't there before, because they have nothing but a bunch of cars there. So you may be able to sleep there and then get up out of there in the morning, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, he's right about that.
The neighbors can be able to peep, if there's a car there that shouldn't be there. No, there's always different cars at mechanic shops. There's usually no one there past, 7 o'clock at night. Get in there when it's dark, pull in, bed down, leave in the morning before 7, before the mechanics get there. No one should ever be the wiser. Number 10, this is another one no one else is really saying. Car dealerships. Okay, I thought about this one because there's been times when I had to leave my car overnight at a car dealership to, get serviced or something like that. And you might drive by that night just to make sure your car's okay. There's always cars at the car dealership. Lots of security cameras though. So, you should be able to pull in, especially it's a good tip if you go to the dealership that's the same type of car as you have. If you have a Subaru, pull into the Subaru dealership, it's just going to look like the car's waiting to get fixed or something like that. There's going to be a bunch of other Subarus up there as well. But definitely there are going to be security cameras, things like that. So I would not do this tip more than like maybe, once a week. Or if you're just passing through a town, you might do it like one night. Number 11, parking garage. This is another one that might cost you a few dollars. But parking garage is usually well lit. A lot of them have security. Some of them have cameras. A good place, even if you have to pay $4 or $5, whatever it is, to pull in, sleep for the night, and you should not have any.
I was gonna say some hotel parking garages, but some hotels give you a decal or something to say that you're part of the hotel. But some of them, you may be able to park in their parking spots without paying, or just driving in there and just sitting in there. And like I said before, you want to park where everybody else is parked at, so you can blend in.
Problems. Number 12 would be casino parking lots. Now, obviously, you have to live in an area that gambling's legalized and they have casinos, but casinos love people to be around. Okay, and gamblers, they there all hours of the night. Mm-hmm. So a casino is a good place for you to pull up, park. You should not have any problem. Even if there's security room in the parking lots, they're not checking to see what people are doing in their cars. They're checking to make sure no one's messing with the cars. So if you in your back seat or crawled in your trunk or however you sleep, lean back in your driver's seat, if it's stealthy, no one's probably going to bother you. No one's going to see you. And also, you probably can get away with going in the casino. They might have a buffet. Go in there, grab a meal, or go in there, use the bathroom. Maybe you can go in there and gamble. Number 13 is BLM land. That's Bureau of Land Management land, and that is land that we as American taxpayers own. It's usually, out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of naturey, kind of woodsy. If you do a Google search of BLM land in whatever area you're going to or whatever area you live in, lots of stuff will pop up. There will be lots of people telling you where the exact land is, where there's some dispersed camping maybe. It'll all be laid out, trust me. And you can also use, they got apps and different websites that this is what they deal in, places where you can camp for free, things like that. So BLM land is a great place you can go. Usually you can be there up to 14 days. There won't be any facilities, things like that. But if you just need somewhere where you can legally go and stay for a while, BLM land is a great place. Number 14 is one you got to kind of be careful with, but that's grocery store and mall parking lots. Got to be careful with this one because a lot of times grocery stores and malls, they close at a certain time. And if there's cars up there after that time, the cops might come by bothering you, whatever. So peep it out. There might be a mall or grocery store that has one place that's open late and you can blend in with those cars. Maybe there's an area where like the cops don't care if you crash in that parking lot. You have to check it out. But that is an option. Number 15 is one. I saw it in an article. I was like, that's actually good. I never thought about police stations. Police stations. No one's thinking about going to the police station and sleeping overnight. Okay, which makes it great. No, cops are patrolling their own parking lot to see if somebody's sleeping there. So it might be a good.
I don't know. Police stations might be a little risky, but it might be the safest place though at the same time.
Good one. But also the article I read, the lady said she went inside and talked to the police officers. Hey, she's like, she was just traveling through. She's like, I'm a woman, I need a safe place to sleep. Don't have money for a hotel. Can I sleep in your parking lot? And they ran her information. Trust me, they're gonna run your license, your ID, everything, facial recognition, maybe your fingerprints. But if you ain't got no warrants or nothing, you should be good. But if you can't find anywhere else to sleep, police stations might be an option for you. Number 16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he went through 1 through 15. Those were a couple of good places. Yeah. If you guys are going through issues or living in your car, I don't know who's watching this, but there's some places you might want to think about where you can park your car and go to sleep and be safe, guys. It's dangerous. I know it's hard times, but it's also dangerous out here. Go ahead and leave your feedback. Leave some comments if you miss anything. I'm gonna leave the link of his video in my description. And thank you guys for watching again. It's your boy PrimeTimePat. Peace.